Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're gonna get straight into the video, and pretty much we're gonna give you a checklist that you need to follow if you are looking to move here to San Antonio, Texas. So this is gonna be comprised of 5 steps. So it's gonna be super easy, and that number one step is making the decision to move to San Antonio, Texas. Right? That's the easiest decision. Once you figure that out, the next step to do is to find employment here in San Antonio, Texas. And I tell you this because this is what every mortgage company is going to want to see before they decide to fully approve you. Now, here are a couple different ways to attack this. Number one, you can relocate, find another job that you think is going to be suitable for your lifestyle, and boom, you've secured employment. The lender is going to need to see some kind of verification of employment, right? So, some kind of documentation. That's the first step, right? Or let's say you're in the military and all you're doing is changing stations to a military base here in San Antonio. Well, it's going to be super easy for you because you're going to have documentation stating that you're PCSing, and the lender's ultimately going to want to see that, right? Or another step, let's say you are working at for example, let's see, what's a big corporation? Let's say you're working with, Microsoft. And for example, excuse me, was getting a call. But let's say, for example, you were working at Microsoft and you were at the Seattle, Washington headquarters, but you want to relocate to San Antonio. Well, you have to get with your employer and tell them if they can, change you to a Microsoft in San Antonio. If they're able to do that, well, awesome. You just got to show that to the lender. So it's very simple. If you work remote, and you have permission from your employer to work anywhere in the country, then all you have to do is just supply that to the lender. So that's the first, that's the second step after you make your decision. We need to obtain employment. That's the number one most crucial aspect for getting approved for a house in San Antonio. The third step is finding a realtor and then also finding a mortgage company to work with, just so you can already start getting a game plan and getting your financing in order. You're gonna either want to, contact my team and I. We specialize in helping families relocate all throughout the country, or you can do your research, or a family or a friend can give you a realtor that they recommend, and that's going to want to be, the next step in the process, getting a realtor and figuring out who they recommend as far as mortgage companies go. So get that team in order, right? Because this is going to be the team that helps you make a safe, a good, and a smart decision for your family. First and foremost, making sure that you have a good team. If you have to, search them up, look at the reviews. This is a very huge investment for you. So you got to get the right team. Once you get the right team, your realtor is going to give you a game plan. They should be showing you different areas, whether that's, virtual meetings, a Zoom conference call. You want to have, some kind of meeting with them, and they ultimately need to give you a game plan. And that's going to be showcasing you the different areas, the difference between new construction builders and just going pre-owned. They're going to give you a couple tips that you need to know. And then your lender, they're going to be getting all of your financing in order. The most important things that they're going to ask you for is your last 2 months of bank statements, your last two pay stubs, and they're going to want to see your last 2 years of W-2s, last 2 years of tax, or last 2 years of tax returns, excuse me. They're going to want to see, documentation like that. So they're going to get you fully approved, once you met all of their criteria. And ultimately, after that, the fourth step is researching different areas and planning your visit. So this is kind of tying into the third step whenever you're with your realtor. Ultimately, they're going to be researching areas, with you. So fourth step, right? Research areas. You want to plan a visit down here to San Antonio, unless you want to purchase site. unseen. And some families that, some families do that and some families don't. But me as a realtor, what I would recommend is you plan a visit out here to San Antonio. Go over the different areas, go view some builders, go view some pre-owned homes. And at the end of the day, you need to make your decision, right? If you're ready at that time. Once you make your decision, then, we submit an offer, go under contract, you move in, within about 30 days. However, if that's not ideally your move-in time frame, and let's say you want to move in, 6 months from now, or 8 months from now, 10 months from now, me, through our experience, I'm going to recommend doing the same process, but instead of picking a home now and moving in 30 days, find a floor plan that you like, find a lot that you like, and have the builder just build on your lot, so it's matching up with your time frame. It's not going to be perfect, because whenever you're building from scratch, a home builder, they can finish, a month, 2 months early, or they can finish a month, 2 months, 3 months, from the, how can I say it, from the expected closing date, because they can't promise you a closing date, right? Because construction, sometimes there can be delays and different things like that. So that's what I would recommend if you're planning to do a 6 month, 1 year time frame. I would definitely encourage you to just build on your lot, so you lock in current pricing and you lock in the amazing incentives right now. So that's pretty much a very simple process. If you want to make it more simple and more understandable, I would definitely recommend just reaching out to my team and I. You can find all of our information in our YouTube account, and book a meeting with us. We'd be more than happy to sit down, explain the process thoroughly. But ultimately, this is all you need to have a successful home buying journey when it comes to relocating. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed today's video. And with that being said, we'll see y'all on the next one.